In this session, we are going to discuss about marketing communications. We have to answer a basic question: whether these following things are enough for a marketer. He develops a good product, prices it attractively, and make it available in the market. Whether all the three listed here are enough or sufficient to succeed in the market. We may have two responses. One is yes, these are enough. Or we may have another answer, no, which means these three things are not enough to succeed in the market. Now tell me, what is your answer? Is it yes or no? And experts say that the correct answer is no, which means developing a good product, pricing it attractively, and making it available in the market are not enough or sufficient to succeed in the market. Then naturally another question comes or arises: what else is required? And the answer to this, what else is required, is it is essential to communicate with present and potential stakeholders and the general public about the product or service or the market offer. So the important points are that it is very essential to communicate with the stakeholders, potential stakeholders, and the general public who may become your stakeholder in future about the product or service or the market offer. Without this communication, it is very difficult to succeed in the market, because though you may have a good product and you have priced the product or service very appropriately, and you have developed a very good distribution system to make the product available in the market, if you are not communicating about your product, its price or its availability to the stakeholders, then they may not come to the shop to demand the product. They should become aware of your product. In order to be aware of the market offer, surely your product's features, advantages, benefits must be communicated to them. So, more than developing a good product, pricing it attractively, making it accessible or available, companies must also communicate with present and potential stakeholders and the general public. Then only they will come forward to try your product, buy your product, become loyal to your product. So, in this context, some questions arises. What are those questions? The first one is what to communicate, how to communicate, how to say that. when to say, to whom to say, how often to say. So in marketing communications or market promotion, we have to address these questions. What we have to communicate about our product or our brand or our offer or our service. How that should be communicated, how to say that. We have different ways of saying it. So what is the method we have to adopt to say that? When we have to say, and to whom we have to say, or who is the targeted audience to whom we should say. Then how often we have to say that, whether just a saying is enough or should we say continuously. So how often we have to say. So we have to find out answers for these questions to succeed in the market. And before we proceed further, let us understand the basic communication process. We know that the person who sends the message or who communicates is called the sender. And he may have something to say to another person who is the receiver. So there is a sender, and on the other side there is a receiver. And the sender has something in his mind to be communicated to the receiver. So what he has in mind, he encodes that. And that is converted into a message. And that message is transmitted through some kind of media. And that message moves through the media in the midst of certain noises. There is different kind of noises outside or in the environment, and the message travels through these kind of barriers or noises, and it reaches the receiver, and the receiver decodes the message and he understands, and the receiver gives some responses, and that response gets transformed to a feedback, and the sender gets that feedback. So this is the basic communication process. While discussing about marketing communication also, we have to keep in mind this basic communication process. And coming to marketing communications, we can say that marketing communication is a process by which product information is transmitted to the target audience. Product information is transmitted to the target audience. So the first point is certain product related informations are being transmitted. It is about the product, the features of the product, the advantages of using the product. So some product related information. So there should be some information about the product, and that is transmitted to the target audience. So there is a intended receiver, and they are termed as a target audience. All the marketing communications are not addressed to everyone. Rather, that communication is targeted towards a particular audience. Then only that communication will be effective. So marketing communication is a process by which product information is transmitted to the target audience. Now let us understand what are marketing communications. So we can define marketing communications as a means by which firms attempt to inform, persuade and remind consumers directly or indirectly about the products and brands they sell. Look at the letters in yellow color. They are the key words in the particular definition. So marketing communications are the means by which. There may be different means. So the communications include all the means by which companies attempt to do certain things. There are three things that companies or firms attempt to do. One is inform, persuade and remind consumers. They are informing consumers. They are persuading consumers to attempt or try the product. And in some cases, they may be reminding consumers about certain things. And this attempt to inform, persuade and remind consumers may be done directly or indirectly. Always it may not be directly. Rather it may be sometimes indirectly also. About the products and brands they sell. So ultimately the firms are trying to communicate, trying to inform, persuade and remind consumers about the products and brands they sell. For example, the Boost is a brand, and through different celebrities, the company is trying to inform, persuade and remind its consumers about the brand. So once again, marketing communications are the means by which firms attempt to inform, persuade and remind consumers directly or indirectly about the products and brands they sell. Now let us understand the objectives of market promotion or objectives of market communication. There are 4 objectives: category need, brand awareness, brand purchase intention, brand attitude. The first one is category need. What is the category need as an objective? So it means establish the product or service category as necessary to satisfy a need. So we have understood that needs exist. The marketer cannot create a need. Individuals, consumers, buyers have their own needs. And through this particular objective, the marketer is trying to establish his or her or its product or service category as necessary to satisfy a need. For example, Dove, shower your skin in luxury. So there is a need for a luxury bathing that cares your skin. Some individuals may have such a need, and the company is projecting its product or brand Dove as something that may satisfy the need of the individual. So, in category need, the marketer is establishing the product or service as a necessary item to satisfy a need. Second objective is brand awareness, and it is aimed at fostering the consumer's ability to recognize or recall the brand within the category in sufficient detail to make a purchase. So another objective of marketing communication is to provide awareness about your brand. And when consumers become aware of your brand, they may recognize your brand when they are in the store or marketplace. They may recognize, or they may recall the brand within the various alternatives available there. And that awareness should be in sufficient detail to make a purchase. So you are communicating to provide awareness about your brand. That is the second objective of marketing communication. And the third one is brand attitude. And it is aimed at creating an attitude towards your brand. It helps consumers to evaluate the brand's perceived ability to meet a currently relevant need. And through this objective, the marketer is trying to create an attitude in the consumer or in the buyer that his or her brand or its brand is able to meet a particular need that he or she faces, the consumer faces, or the buyer faces. So it is aimed at creating a brand attitude. And the next action, purchase, comes out of the attitude. Then the fourth and the last objective is brand purchase intention. And this is to influence consumers to decide to purchase a brand or take purchase related action. That is a brand purchase intention objective. Through the advertisement or through the communication or through the promotion, you are trying to influence the consumers to decide to purchase the brand. They should come to the decision to purchase your brand, or they should take purchase related action. They may go for a trial of the product. So that is a fourth and the final objective of marketing communication, brand purchase intention. Now let us understand various elements of market promotion or communication mix. Market promotion, communication mix, etc. are used synonymously. And there are various elements of this communication mix. The first element of communication mix is advertising. And advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation by an identified sponsor. So advertising is a paid form of non-personal presentation by a particular identified sponsor. And another element of communication mix is sales promotion. And sales promotion is a short-term incentive to encourage sales. Certain short-term incentives are offered to encourage sales, and that is known as sales promotion. And the third element is events and experiences. And events and experiences are sponsored activities designed to create daily or special brand related interactions. So certain activities are designed with the objective of creating brand related interactions. So such activities are called events and experiences. Then the fourth communication or promotion mix element is public relations. And public relations is building good relations with various publics by obtaining favorable unpaid publicity. The marketer is trying to establish good relations with various stakeholders and tries to create or obtain a favorable publicity. And the fifth one is direct marketing. Direct communication is with individuals to obtain an immediate response. So that is called direct marketing. So there is a direct communication with individuals to obtain an immediate response. Then the sixth one is interactive marketing. Interactive marketing are online activities and programs designed to promote sales. So that is called interactive marketing. Then the seventh one is word of mouth marketing. And it is people to people communication that relate to the merits or experiences of purchasing or using products or services. So the users are sharing their experience of purchasing or using products or services. They are praising your product or your brand. So that is word of mouth marketing. Then the last one is personal selling. There the firm's sales force is making a personal presentation to the individuals. And such a personal presentation by the firm's sales force is called personal selling. So these are the prominent 8 elements of marketing communication mix. So we have seen those elements very briefly. And in the next classes, we will be discussing about some of these various marketing communications mix elements in detail. Thank you.